Past President Dr. Thomas Lawley is going to make his way now to the dais to present an award of special recognition. Tom?
On any other team, number 87 Ricky Jackson would have been top dog. But at Pitt, Jackson was playing with the baddest cat in college football, number 99, Hugh Green. Green was unquestionably the greatest defensive player in the game. Never before had size, strength, and speed been put together in such a punishing package.
He had an air about him that, when you were playing next to him, that, don't worry about anything going to the left, Hugh's over there. And the thing is, you were always trying to get there before you got there, and most of the time you didn't get there.
Watching him from the sidelines, and he would be on one end of the field, and they would maybe sweep it in the other direction to the wide side of the field. And Green would come running across the field, and all of a sudden this guy disappears in a big roll of dust, and up comes Green, and his eyes up like this, and blood's practically dripping out, and he's hovering over the guy.
In 1980, Green won the Lombardi Award and finished second in the Heisman balloting. He was the heart and soul of a Panther defensive unit that would go down as the best of a generation.
Front five defensive players went off and started as a rookie in the NFL. There's no other team in college football, period, UCLA or Notre Dame or any of them can say that. There were seven Pro Bowlers off of that team at that time. So as far as sheer talent and the teams that players that played together, they were really a great football team.
As you have seen, Hugh Green was undoubtedly one of the greatest college players of all time. He was a three-time Walter Camp All-American, the 1980 Walter Camp Player of the Year, and he made the first team on the Walter Camp All-Century team. But that is not why we are celebrating here tonight. Hugh Green took the same tenacity he demonstrated on the playing field to his role as alumni president of the Walter Camp Football Foundation. The foundation would like to present Hugh Green with a special award of appreciation. Hugh? David Fulcher will assist in the presentation. You, because I was so brief, you have my 10 minutes.
Hello. Again, over the years, I've had the privilege, and even with the scenario of everybody think that with my attendance not being here for the last 2 or 3 years that, I ran away from you all as a family. No, I tried to secure my family in a lot of different ways, and in that virtue, I brought my family with me. And in the introduction, I brought my wife and my youngest son, which my wife is Guy Green and my son, Dontrell. But everybody that is here who have been here over the years know my virtue that family is family. And every time that I've come up here in my unison of them giving me 5 minutes more or 10 minutes more to speak, I always introduce myself as saying, hello family. I've been here since 1978. And in that virtue, I've run into yourself, your grandkids, your god-grandkids, and your 2 or 3 families before, which means in the Institute of today, we have a family that has been indoctrinated for a long, long time. In that, I give advice unto I had the chance of, because I have a player or a friend that was the coach at Florida State, I had a chance to be with Jameis. And in that period of time, I saw his desire, his determination. And in that, It went through a 3-tiered version. I was at the North Carolina State game when they played North Carolina State. And today, North Carolina State have never touched them or even stopped them. The next week, they played University of Miami. They asked me to come to the game, but I had some other obligations. But in that time, I looked at film and I saw Jameis. I saw his attitude of how he was presenting the game. I told people then and there that University of Miami is not even in this game because he has a determination. He has a posture about himself, about this game that is way above everybody. You can see it in his eyes. You can see it in his warm-ups. And from there, that reflects on the field. And I told Jameis that I was going to say some things that was positive toward or talk to him about that because the fire that you inherit is a fire that goes a long, long way. But it's the learning of the game. It's the learning of the concept of the game. It's the X and O's and growing from day one. You do that. Now, Peyton Manning has that. From day one, X's and O's, the little things. You do that no matter. Even in professional teams where you can go to a professional team that doesn't have the same criteria of individuals in there, you can master it because that's almost the same criteria with Brady. They don't care what receivers they give Brady. They could compare and control his response to what he has to do, what he has to accomplish. Your same criteria. Don't make a difference whether I have the best in the world or if I have third or fourth in the world. You have a chance to make them better because of your attitude about the game. Long as you keep that in you, you will always be successful because a lot of NFL teams, they don't care about winning. They care about the final dollar. You take advantage of that and force them. We've had too many guys, Barry Sanders is one, because their team is not obligated to them. You need a team that obligates themselves to you and be the best that you can be. Along with that valuation, I want to thank everybody, and I want to give love to everybody that thank you for showing up here in the decades, in the years of, because it's very highly appreciative. All right. We love you. Everybody up here that is administrative, we love you. And we thank you for your contributions and your yearly contributions. Again, I want to say thank you. I'll take it this time.
Take it.